Hi everybody, I'm Edoardo Jannone and welcome in this new video. Welcome to a really hot one because every time we talk about money, there are the haters writing, people rubbing their hands, and the accountants starting to get a little bit scared. As you have seen from the title and as you see from the location, today I am inside my personal garage and we are going to talk indeed about money because we are breaking down how much this garage costs and all the vehicles that are inside it. Hot topic also because as you know, my Audi is the latest and newcomer. It is pretty pricey and I have never stated you how much I paid for it yet. Before we start with the video though, I want to specify one thing, especially for those who don't know me. I've been doing this job for a long time. I started in 2012, so 12 years ago. It really impresses me to say that, and when I started, the amazing thing is that there was absolutely no such thing as a YouTuber profession, and YouTube itself was just a completely different platform than how we know it today. It was not possible to monetize your content, so those who made videos on this platform could not really make money. I started out of sheer passion. This journey lasted a lot of years until we got to the level that we all know today, where you upload videos on YouTube, you make money from advertisements that are placed during the vision, and then from companies that pay you directly for having placements within your videos. This is to tell you what? This is to tell you that over the years, obviously I've made a little bit of money, but also because of the position that I'm in, I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of small, medium, and really big companies, and they've given me the opportunity not only to work with them economically, but also to provide me with a lot of material. So I will give you today an estimate of how much the whole garage costs. The total will be very high, but I would like to specify that yes, much of this money were actually spent by me, but a part, for example, my TM was not spent directly by me. Who knows me since a long time knows it. I've never paid for that bike. It was the result of a collaboration that there was with a company. So I worked to get it, but I didn't directly spend the money on it. The message I want to send, which is also why I have the Believe in Your Dreams sign in my garage, is that I will always continue to show you is that when I started, I was 10 years old. I had precisely no idea what I was doing, and so I didn't go down a path that was so different from the one that even you who are watching might go down. So listen to me. Stand up straight, stay focused, and give it all. Because if I have these things here today, it is also thanks to you. It is also thanks to all the work behind it, and you too could do the same. Let's start then, first of all, to see the garage, because for those of you who missed something, we did a little bit of work on it. Over here, as you can see, is my car. Over here we have my bikes, so everything's nice and quite spacious. On this side instead we have the workshop corner. That's what I call it. It's a little more messy, a little less fancy, but really very useful. Also, I'd say it's not 100% completed. Here I have some tools I can use to repair or tune my vehicles, but we'll get into detail later. Here we have some products I mainly use for my bikes. I'm not going to go into the details of just a couple of little things. For example, how much does the lighting cost? How much does the camera cost? Or how much does the internet connection that's down here? Simply because that's all work that was done by the company when this property was built. So the prices would be completely out of whack because they are a part of a deal that was there with a lot of stuff. The first thing that jumps out at me that initially I wasn't crazy about, but to this day I actually really like it because I think it's elegant, is this edging, as you can see, of a slightly darker color. This is nothing more than a simple polystyrene paneling that I bought on Amazon for 100 euros, and it's basically there to keep you from bumping into it with the bike and smashing the bike, keep you from bumping into it with the car and smashing the car, and also to preserve the garage wall itself. Two really cool things that are here inside are these ones. The first one is this, a charging station for electric vehicles. I currently do not own any electric vehicles and hope not to own any. Long life to gasoline and Greta Thunberg. But in case of need, for example, my parents own electric vehicles, they could come here and safely charge them. This is a smart station based on the consumption of my house, so if I'm using many stuff there, such as my washing machine or anything else, it will go a little slower or faster. It costs about 2,500 euros. I know there's many in the market, so I wouldn't say it's better than some others. What about her guys? How beautiful she is. This is a custom sign. Believe in your dreams. Obviously RGB. I can go and change all the color behind it just by using my phone. By the way, right now you see her with all the lights on, but with lights off it is even cooler. Although it may look very simple, there is actually a very serious work behind it because it's completely handmade by a company I work with. This sign more or less could be sold to the public for 2,700 euros. Continuing with the details that do not concern my vehicles directly, I hold the phone in my hand with all the prices. We have 3 customized carpets worth 100 euros each, so roughly 300 euros. As you can see, each is customized for every single bike that is on it. The bikes themselves stand on stands that cost 89 euros each. I own 3 of them. So in short, I'll put the bill here. We now move on to the room of secrets. Here I decided to not spend that much by buying the literally least expensive shelf there was on Amazon for the modest sum of 70 euros, fully modular. You don't even need tools to assemble it. It was a bit complicated to build it, but in the end it's really good. On top of which, as you can see, there is really a lot of stuff. Now, to get into the very precise price of what's in here is impossible. Let's say indicatively we're around 350 euros. It's all motorcycle maintenance products. Even just the oils for the two-stroke is a lot, an extra stand. There's actually parts of my car around here and there. A little bit of tools, various things, maybe 350 euros is also a little bit low. However, we should be around there. The definitely coolest part of this little room is all this workshop corner that was provided to me entirely by Mundial. And not only is it full of tools, as you can see here on the displays, but it's also full of tools right here inside this tool cart that I can easily move to the other side of the garage just in case I would need it to repair something or do some jobs there. More or less the price of all these products, including tools, is 2,000 euros. Unfortunately, this wall is empty. I would like to customize it a bit, for example, by applying there some graffitis or something like that. But currently, I am still looking for someone that really makes some type of art I can really appreciate. It is also a problem of time, since it would be not such a fast work to get done. I will think about it in the next months. Starting to talk about my vehicles here, as you see, there is my electric scooter. I don't use it too much, however, I must say it is really awesome. I made a funny video some time ago where I used it to go to McDonald's, and there you could really tell how fast it goes. This one here is a NIU, don't remember the exact model, worth exactly 700 euros rounded up. Let's get to the real ones, guys. Let's get to my bikes. I've already talked about them in another video I made in January 2022, so 2 years ago, in which I talked specifically about my 125cc TM and my 699C KTM. Since then, honestly, just a small number of things have changed. However, it's minor stuff. I just changed the exhaust, if you saw in the last video of the year, added a custom kickstand, changed the headlight, things of that nature. Nothing particularly major as far as I'm concerned. Same thing with the KTM, almost nothing changed from the last update video I made about it. Maybe there's a new carbon air scooping on the front wheel, but nothing more than that. At the time I read it, the price of the TM was 9,250 euros approximately. As for the KTM, on the other hand, the price is a bit higher because the standard bike costs a bit more and costs exactly 15,680,740 euros. Crazy, guys. I was really precise. I remember those Infante Excel sheets to see every single part I installed, every single price, to do all the sums and know the final prices. I repeat, guys, there is a margin of error of 200-300 euros, a little bit more, a little bit less down there. But who is it? It is my electric scooter, which most fans will surely know since it's my daily driver. Guys, in the city with the traffic lights, it is much more comfortable than a normal bike. It is a NIU NGT 125, a little old. I don't even know if it is sold anymore now. At the time, it had a value of 3,599 euros. This also comes from a collaboration with the company itself. In any case, this is the value of the product. By the way, I did not show you, and I do not include them in the price, all the electric sockets that are around. There's many of them installed in the garage so that it is always comfortable to use electricity in every position. Let's talk now about the car. I spent a lot of money on it, but come on. To this day, when I am recording these videos, I have not seen your reaction to the new look with all the carbon yet. But look at that big booty. I mean, this one is a masterpiece as far as I'm concerned. And to think that aesthetically we are well on our way, but that the car is still missing a lot of stuff, I really can't wait. When I open the garage door, I have tears in my eyes. Let's start with the really simple things. Come with me. Since I want to be as safe as possible with this car, I installed something unusual that few people know about, but which is really super functional. That is a triple dash cam, as you can see. It has a lens here in the front, it has a lens on the inside, and it has a third one that is exactly in the back of the car. From the outside you can't see it, but from the inside I can assure you that it looks good. Basically, for those who don't know how it works, it is a device that turns on and off automatically when you turn the car on and off, and it automatically starts recording from all 3 cameras with also the internal audio. This not only allows me to always have a recording of what's going on when I'm in the street, but if there is an accident, if something gets smashed and I need a demonstration, I have it thanks to her. Also, doing this job, working with video, it gives me the opportunity to create a lot of content that otherwise maybe I wouldn't have recorded, because it's not always that I'm driving with the camera in my hand. Very interesting, purchasable on Amazon. It's worth more or less than 300 euros. If you've been paying attention, inside the little room, I didn't show you one thing, at least I didn't tell you about it, which is these 4 tires. These 4 tires here are the original summer tires that my car came out with. They are Pirelli semi-slick summer type tires, really super cool. I recently changed them to Pirelli P0 winter tires because of the regulations we have here in Italy. They cost a lot of money, about 1,464 euros. I repeat, guys, it's not a flex. If I could have spent less on tires, I honestly would have, but this car is a bit peculiar because it has has front tires that are much wider than the rear ones, consequently finding a manufacturer that made tires that were at least good quality and that actually fit on this car without having 235 with the rim sticking out 25 inches was impossible. You couldn't find it, I assure you. How much did the carbon kit that we just fitted cost? I bought it from Great Britain and the value of the product itself is 3,800 so-and-so euros. The problem is that, as you know, since Britain has recently left the European Union, there are a whole series of messes with customs. So when you order from them and you import into Italy, you have to pay customs duties, you have to pay VAT, you have to pay a lot of stuff. Consequently, in the end, we can consider the price of this carbon kit more or less around 4,800 euros. Since I didn't tell you much about it in videos yet, I'll tell you it's a really super quality kit. Everything fits perfectly. The only product we had a bit of trouble with is also the coolest one, which is the rear diffuser. It was very tricky to assemble. We had to pull off the whole rear bumper and it actually didn't fit perfectly, so we had to refit it a little bit. By the way, guys, curiosity, this rear diffuser is much lower than the original one on the car, and being carbon, obviously the material was hollow. So I was like, excuse me, if I'm going like 300 kilometers an hour and a lot of air comes in down there, am I in danger of ripping my bumper off? So we adopted a little bit of a dumb solution, which I wish I hadn't adopted on such an expensive product, which is that I went to a local shop and bought myself polyurethane foam, which is basically a foam that I sprayed inside the carbon to make it not hollow, so that I would have more or less plugged those areas there to prevent a lot of air from getting in. Otherwise we were risking maybe having problems. I saw that the manufacturer doesn't say to do that. However, I did this since I was in doubt. For those who missed something, then the carbon is also mounted all over the front. I'm not going to stay here and show it all to you. There are the side skirts. In short, a really goddess kit. If you remember, the car originally did not come out like that. It was gloss black. The wheels were different. The calipers were not colored, and unfortunately the logos were not black. These are all things I have done together with the companies I work with, which in total comes out to more or less the price of 4,000 euros round. Fans will know that at one time the car was not even matte black, but it was matte black with a red graphic on it. I am not including the price of the graphic because we removed it, so I am telling you how much the car actually costs currently as it is. But let's come to the sore point, which is the price of the car itself. The car itself, configured as it is, costs 83,040 euros. It's pretty much full optional. The only two things I didn't fit are the heated seats, because I've never been crazy about them, and the wireless phone charging, because the salesman told me I wouldn't get the car in time. Otherwise, it is full optional. The trunk is automatic. The sunroof can be opened. There's a crazy Bang & Olufsen stereo system, Alcantara steering wheel, all the red stitching, all the red details on the car itself. The seats are automatic. I installed the coolest exhaust system and suspension. In short, let's say I closed my eyes when ordering it. I even put on carboceramic brakes, as you know, so the price is pretty high. Obviously though, the price I'm telling you is the standard one, so if you configure the car exactly like that, that should be it. All dealers then give you a discount, so I paid a little bit less like everybody else. However, I will not go into detail about how much actually was the amount I shelled out. The total for the car configured like this, and with all the optional extras that I put in as well, comes to a beauty of 93,604 euros. So adding it up, the total for this garage is around, drum rolls, 130,216.40 euros. Quite a lot, guys. I repeat, if you have skipped up to this part, it is not a flex. So much of this money was not spent by me, it came from collaborations with companies. The reason I talk about it is meant to be a way to spur you on. Because I am 21 years old, and if today I can own an entire garage like this with these vehicles configured like I always dreamt about, I can assure you, it is only thanks to the willpower to put myself there every day, every morning, to keep working. The sign, believe in your dreams, is not random. Believe in it, guys. I know it may seem difficult in certain situations. I know there will always be the small town kid walking down the street and taking the piss out of you because you are talking to yourself in front of a camera. You do what you want, whether it's YouTube, whether it's being a chef, whether it's being a pilot, whether it's doing anything else. Believe in it. Don't give up, guys. Before I was able to make even the first little money, I assure you I had to wait to many years where I kept creating videos, where I kept working completely completely for free, but all those years there gave me a lot of experience that I can afford to use today to monetize my work. In short, guys, I hope you've had enough of my business. Let me know if any of the calculations don't add up for you. I tried to do everything as accurately as possible. Yeah, maybe I did not include the price of the trash can, the paper roll, but who cares though? Oh, let me say a thing. Come here a minute. In the garage tour video, I was showing you that I got hand washing paste, and a lot of people criticized this because they said, bro, what do you do to hand washing paste if you don't have a sink? Boy, I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb. There is no sink inside my garage, but it literally is a step from my garage. I mean, it's here. I can easily wash my hands using hand washing paste. Let me know what you also think about this garage, which is the perfect one for me at the moment, but I really want to know yours. If you have any particular advice on what to do, what not to do, what to change, I am very interested to know about it because I want to share all these things with you also. If you don't know me, please subscribe to the channel because there will be a lot of car themed and motorcycle themed content coming soon. I send you a big kiss, and with these amazing headlights, see you, bye.